Alrighty. So Harry should be coming any moment now. But welcome everybody back to the Blue Collar Society podcast.
Let's
Today
go.
is the 2023 recap. It is officially the new year. So we have business goals to reach, business goals that we've already achieved, and we have plans for 2024.
Yeah, we do.
Leave the Discord before my
Who's that?
OCD kicks in.
Me or you?
All right.
Better?
There we go. All right. Does the stream seem laggy to you?
No. Yours, yes. Not mine.
That is on. So. All right. So with this, I don't know about you, Omar. Business went good for me this year. Did pretty good. Moving forward, I got new things that we have to get sorted out.
What was the biggest accomplishment of 23? What was your biggest accomplishment in 23? You still here? Or am I Dolo here? He left. Great.
All right. I think I'm still lagging.
I was asking a question and he left, and I'm like,
It's
so,
it wasn't important.
it's like, what's going on? There we go.
There we go. I think we're fixed.
Good?
We're good.
You work?
There
You
we go.
good? You good? All right, let's see the comments. Anybody? We are live. Probably nobody's watching us now.
Yeah, we'll wait for Harry to hop on,
we
and I'll
had
go ahead and
to,
give us a nice little.
We had to change our
Instagram.
schedule. Oh my God, this itches. Never hug a tree. See, this is why you shouldn't be a tree hugger. And this thing's been on for 59 minutes. God bless their souls.
Yeah, our Instagram live is going to pop out because it's only good for an hour.
Can we pop back in?
We'd have to restart the stream.
What the hell is this?
This is my Instagram is messed up. Whenever I take pictures, it doesn't show up in my most recent picture feed. I have to like go into my gallery, press share, and then share it as a story. All right. Well, Steve is here. Steve, so we might lose you on the Instagram stream. If we do, it means you have to go to YouTube because Instagram, for some reason, only lets us stream for an hour. I don't know why.
I can't. Oh.
Right. So what was your question?
No, I said, what was your biggest achievement of 23? Like, what was the one that stands out the most?
Would definitely have to be way more consistent work than the previous year. And, of course, and this is the goal each year, is my highest revenue. Actually made way more than I thought. Did pretty good. Even my bookkeeper was shocked. She told me that my net income was a little too high. So
we need to bring that number down.
She's like, oh. I'm like, what do you mean? Oh, did I forget something? I thought that I committed tax evasion or was laundering money without knowing it.
Oh, that's the best part. When you're like, what did I do?
It's not laundering. It's reallocating.
No. Reallocating. I like that.
Investing in local companies.
That's an interesting way of putting it. Investing it in local companies.
And single moms.
Somehow I knew that was coming. No joke now. Easy, Tiger.
What about you? What was your goal this year? Or what was your biggest achievement?
The biggest achievement this year was definitely landing bigger projects, because all my projects were typically the 5x8 bathrooms,
Mhm.
small subway, and landing that one bathroom with the what was that 24 by 48 inch tiles, the large wood planks, freestanding tub. I mean, that challenged me in many different ways. You know what I mean? Because it was something that I haven't done, but knew how to do all of it.
Mhm.
Now it's like, okay, let's put it all into one shot. Like, okay, what do you prioritize? Because I do it all. So I have to do the demo. I have to do the plumbing. I have to do the tile, waterproofing.
Hey, it's Harry.
A managing situation.
So,
You know.
all right, Harry. So we're talking about this is a 2023 recap here. We're talking about our biggest goals for 2023 and what the goals are moving forward for 2024.
Biggest goals for 2023?
Yeah, like what was your
Mm.
biggest achievement in 2023?
Oh, you guys
Oh,
look so cute with your hats on.
oh shit, we are matching hats.
Thank you.
Whoops. But my other one's in the next room. But when you were saying, Omar, the large format and everything.
Yeah, the large format, the freestanding tub, because I've installed those before, but I haven't on my own personal job. You know what I mean?
Wait, y'all been on for an
And then
hour already, or
No, no. The
no
stream,
stream.
the stream was on, and then since it was already playing, we just put a reschedule. We put a loop, so that way it says, getting ready. That way we can bring the audience in.
gotcha.
You're like, you
Oh,
motherfuckers.
one solid follower that's probably lurking somewhere. Nathaniel, where are you? But yeah,
Nah,
no, putting all those things
Nathan's
together,
been working on those.
Bonsai tree mosaics.
dude. I'm actually
Yeah.
gonna buy one of those because I have this customer coming up.
2024 goal. Nathan's
Yes, the
mosaic.
2024 goal is to either somehow convince somebody to let me put that bonsai in the back of a kitchen backsplash. I think that would look better.
Ooh.
And then the mountain one, I definitely want to put it in a niche. So it has to be. It's gonna be one of those like, okay, listen, I'm gonna offer you a wall to wall niche with the mountain on it at no additional charge because I just want to install it. Like I really just want to install it.
See, you're behind the
Bro,
ball.
you
Harry's
you
already
live
got
in
it in his
fucking New
shop.
York. Ain't nobody up there want that shit on their fucking wall,
Bonsai
bro.
tree.
Like,
You gotta find a
you're
hint.
not in the area for that shit, bro.
Hey, listen, if you're getting a freebie, why not?
Yeah, they're gonna be like, would you mind redoing just that part?
Can you tuck that shit after you installed it? I just want to take a picture for the gram and I'll knock it down. But no, that would be it. I'm sure I'll find somebody that'll be into it. Like I know that the mountain one is cool. Like that one's really cool. The bonsai tree, I guess it would be like you really want to like it. But the
Yeah,
mountain
no, I
one,
mean, maybe if you get like somebody who lives in like Lake George or something like that, they might fucking like that
no. But I
shit.
mean, the area that I'm at is pretty much like a Lake George. We're in the middle of nowhere, dude.
Every community
This
has their
is
hippies, Harry.
dude. This is like farm town. I'm used to seeing a carriage with horses and horse shit all over my streets. Like it's that kind of a country. It's still New York, but we're kind of like venturing into the real New York. So that's the area.
Because
But
those people allow you in their homes, man.
It feels nothing like New York, but it costs all the same.
it costs actually, yeah, it actually costs more here. Not New York City prices, but definitely New York prices.
So,
But hopefully I can find a customer that's willing, and that'll be the goal for me is that mountain. I got to order from. I already reached out to Nate to get one. If not, I'm gonna put it in my own bathroom because I'm adding that master bathroom that I desperately need with a house full of women.
Mhm.
So I need that.
all right.
Otherwise, I'm gonna be hosing myself outside.
Sitting outside with the bucket. Like, where's
Yeah,
your shower? Like in the basement? So,
No,
what about
it's
you,
like-
Harry? What would you say is your biggest accomplishment for 2023
Biggest accomplishment for 2023.
besides that rocket that you built in your shed?
Well, I did buy one of those water jet cutter things that I keep in the shop.
Yeah.
You guys remember?
Harry actually got a second shop this year or last year.
A water
Still
jet?
trying to find that keys though. Didn't come with
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's fucking locked. Lost some damn keys. But no, I'm talking about one of those hydro jets that they had at coverings.
Yeah, like the Mach, what was it Mach 10? I think is what it's called. Mach 10.
I don't know, but that dude from Epic, he's got
Rolling
two of
Stone?
those things. One that Epic's Talon Stone, yeah, he's got two of them that cut and do the CNC shit. Like it's got a
Mhm.
cutting. Uh,
Precision cutting, yeah.
Those are great
yeah,
for countertops, man, and perfect
yeah,
miters. That'd be the most perfect miters you've seen in your life.
facts.
But
Um, let's see. Biggest accomplishment for 2023. Well, to be honest, I went into 2023 with no goals. Um, business wise, I was just trying to kind of get my name out there and kind of build a reputation for myself. So nothing really. The best thing that happened to me this year was the baby, my son being born.
Oh, that's right.
Um, he that kid just man, he just brightens up every moment of my life when I'm not feeling it, and all I got to do is look over at him and instantly just gratification, gratitude rather. So um, that's probably the biggest thing for me this year. I haven't been. Um, I was getting ready to say I haven't been a dad for a while, but it hasn't been. I haven't been a new dad for 11 years. So being able to experience this the way I'm experiencing it, as opposed to the way things were with my first kid's mom. Um, I'll get a little personal, but not too deep. But like for my 11-year-old, I told him the other day, like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, and I told him I was like, when you were this age, I never got to experience this with you, because his whole first year, I wasn't allowed to see him. Part of it, I was in prison, and the other part of it, I was just his mom didn't allow me to be there for when he was born. She didn't let me be at the hospital. So that was kind of like a weird time to be a dad. And then with my 15-year-old, he the relationship between me and his mom was really crazy. At that time, we were both. I was what 22, 23, or something like that. So that being a dad at that time was just crazy. We were just too immature, and she kept me from him a lot too. So being able to experience all of this with my 7 month old now, he's got two teeth coming in, and it's just
Hmm.
crazy. Like it's I never experienced it before, so it's really it's. I mean, it like I said before, man. He brightens up every time that I feel like I'm feeling down, or just not feeling life at the moment, or even the way it happened, like right after my brother passed away, my son was born. Like it was literally born on the day I was coming back from that trip where we had to kind of have my brother's service. So it just this year was it was a crazy emotional roller coaster for me. But since having the baby be here, it's been nothing but up, up. So definitely gives me a whole new meaning to or purpose to do what I do and stay after it, and just fucking want to do more and be better every day. So that's been my highlight of this year. Um, and this year's goals, I'm actually um, I want to write down 10 goals for the year. Um,
mhm.
I know business wise, I want to invest into the business like never before. So a couple of things that I really want to focus on is a new truck, a trailer. a truck that can pull the trailer without an issue. I mean, I got a decent truck, but the transmission on my truck is a little iffy at times. So pulling the last time I had to pull the trailer with it, I was like, oof, this shit. It was a full trailer at that, so it was kind of like, God damn, I don't have the brakes for this. Like, there's no what do you
Brake
call it?
control. Brake
Brake
control.
control. Yeah,
Yeah, that makes a big
And
difference.
yeah, it's. I mean, it's a 1500 Silverado. It's a good truck, but it's just not equipped, and it needs some work. Like I could probably benefit from maybe like rebuilding the front end suspension and just like the drivetrain in the front and all that shit.
Don't talk
So
about working on trucks. This is a bad topic to talk in the group right now. You're part of this too. I think we're all in this situation where we have to service the truck. Wheel bearings,
Oh,
ball
dude,
joints, CV axles,
that's
front end suspension.
see.
absolutely, man, absolutely.
Yeah,
It's easier said than done. You're like, oh yeah, I just got to rebuild the
Is
front.
it-
Motherfucker.
I got
Come
a new,
off.
I got a New York truck, so I only touch what needs to be touched. So if she's
His
if she's
suspension is
moving,
one piece, all rusted together.
it's all rusted together. We don't touch it unless we absolutely need. I mean, like what I mean by need to is like my tire sideways, and then I'll go and touch it. We're not touching that truck.
Ball joint snapped. I can replace it now.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I mean,
please.
it's
Ooh.
it's a good truck, man. But it's not a solid truck. It needs some work, and it's got 260,000 miles on the
Yeah,
transmission. The engine, fortunately, the engine has only has 60,000 miles because when I bought the truck, the took it off the lot for 3 days and the engine went on it. So I called the place back and I'm like, yo, yeah, I got to take this truck back. And I wasn't so nice about it. And the guy was like, hold on a second, man. I just sold you the truck. I sat down in the office with you and my girl. And he's like, I want to help you out. So let's see how we can figure this out. And
just
he
give me
talked to
my
the
daughter
owner.
back. No.
So him and the owner, they got me a Jasper engine, a remanufactured Jasper engine, and it had 0 miles on it. So they went half with me on that, and luckily I don't have to worry about anything with the engine, but the transmission,
Yeah. Well,
it's
luckily
12 years old.
those transmissions. What year is your truck?
2012.
Oh yeah, you're still good, dude. The new transmissions now, you can pick that thing up. They're so small. They're like $2,000 for a reman, and you just pop the bell housing off, pop a new one in, a 1-for-1, and hook it up, and you're good to go.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So I mean,
Now,
oh
now
boy,
what
here he
about a
goes.
van? No. What about a van?
Oh.
Because you guys don't have to suffer from snow.
I wouldn't mind getting an entirely different vehicle and keeping the truck as just like my
It's a
personal
backup.
vehicle, and then just kind of working on it little by little, and making it a nice truck. But but I just, like I said, man, this year I want to invest in the business. I'm not 100% sure if I want to go a different route or if I want to just get a dedicated um a truck that's going to be my personal truck and a work truck, just upgrade it. But a work van is not a bad idea, man. I like work vans, man. I like
So, I
those
mean, you could,
Sprinter
you could get a
vans.
20. Yeah, you can get well, the Sprinters are going to be expensive.
Well, just
Like
anything that looks like it. They
ridiculous.
have those Dodge ones. The Dodge ones are
Yeah, you
nice.
could get
The
the
pro
tradesman or
tradesman,
the
or the pro
tradesman.
masters.
Pro Masters. I mean, yeah, because you could get a 2500 Pro Master that will definitely pull a trailer, no problem.
Mhm.
Plus the weight on it. See, that's the issue with me. Like I would go that route, but I have
Mhm.
snow. Soon as the snow hits, that van is rendered useless. I can't go anywhere.
They don't make those vans four-wheel drive.
Oh yeah, for about $100K.
For about 100 grand.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
at least you get them new. Like if you get them, that's the downside with those vans, man. Once you put 4-wheel drive on anything, it's expensive.
It's expensive. Yeah, to get something 4-wheel drive, maybe you
That's
could
another
like
reason why I don't want to get rid of the truck. I got the Z71 package on my truck, and it's
no. Well, that's what I
it's a
mean.
good
Like
fucking truck, man. But
keeping the truck as like your personal / estimating vehicle, if you will, because for that purpose, and then the van itself so that's the issue. Like if I get a van, it's going to become dedicated and I can no longer use it. Like I'm not going to go take the family with a fully loaded truck of tools versus the pickup truck. So I thought about the van too, but my issue is the snow. And where I live, we have so many damn hills that I would get stuck instantly. It would render that van useless in the wintertime.
Yeah. I would love to just pay. I mean, I only owe a few grand on it. Like I think I'm at like 3 or 4 grand on the truck. And shit, last year I paid off. That was the first. Well, that was another accomplishment. Last year was the first time I ever paid off my a vehicle like all the way. Like my first car ever got repoed, and and this one I paid the whole thing off. So it's the first time I ever paid off a vehicle. And thanks to fucking CNB renovations. So um, yeah, I would very much love to just pay it off, throw a wrap on it, and just like you said, make it like my estimating vehicle, and personal use too. It'll just be, I won't keep any tools in it. It'll always be clean and ready to go. But apart from the van and a trailer, or whatever I decide to do, um, if things, damn, can you guys hear Miss Rachel in the background?
Here's something. I can't hear. Sounds like a TV.
She's got the TV.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
It's Miss Rachel. If you're familiar, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, dude, I'm unfortunately familiar with it too. I can't stand that.
Oh, you got a little sister. Yeah, your sister's the same age as my son. We're right around the same.
Yeah, a month younger, I think.
Yeah, well, you were here in New York, so you got to watch Miss Rachel too for a very extensive, long amount of time. I don't watch TV, dude. Like I couldn't tell you the latest show that's out there. Like I literally have to pick like a weekend where I have no work lined up and I can binge that Saturday and Sunday, and that's it. Then I'll be like 6 months without a TV show because they take.
Well, if you do get a chance to, I just got into 1883.
Oh, yes.
It's,
World War I.
Man. So you remember the Oregon Trail, the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this show is after the
Civil War. Is this on Xbox or
no? This is not. This conversation is not for you, bro.
Fucking boomers.
But yeah. So this show is like the real life. I mean, a depiction of what that game was. Because I remember playing the game, and you'd be like, "Oh, you lost." So many people died of sickness or whatever. Or you lost the horse,
what is that called?
The smallpox or whatever. I can't remember what it was called in the game though.
A bunch of diseases.
Yeah. So this show is like, I mean, it's not real life, but it's a real life depiction of what that game was. And I was just telling my lady, I'm like, she's 9 years younger than me, so she doesn't fucking know about the Oregon Trail either. But I was just telling her, like, I can't believe I used to play this fucking game all the time in school whenever we had free time. And this show that I learned about through Joe Rogan's podcast, he had the guy who wrote the show on his podcast the other day, and they were talking about it. I'm like, man, this show sounds dope. I want to watch this shit. So I've been making.
He had that on his show.
That's no.
That's how you know he's old too.
No, he had the guy who wrote the show, nothing related to the game.
I was gonna say not the game. That guy's right dead.
No, so yeah, I've been trying to like make it a thing to. There's only like 10 episodes, but I've been trying to make it a thing to at least watch an hour of that show, or at least one episode, for like the past 2 or 3 nights. And when I got home from work, I actually couldn't wait to watch the next episode. I got here at like 5:30, and we had some pizza. And I put the game. I put it on. Then I had to go to this kid's wrestling match or whatnot. So I'm just like, I don't know when I'll get a chance to watch the next episode. I'm looking forward to that, man.
If you like that show, you'll get hooked on The Men Who Built America. It's on the History Channel.
While the elders are talking, I'm just gonna. I'll just entertain myself over here.
What are those things called, bro?
I forget. The fortune tellers pick a color, Harry.
Isn't that a girl thing? That the girls be doing that shit? How you know that?
I mean, when we were, I didn't even think people did that shit anymore. I'm surprised you know how to make one of those, Jeremiah. What the hell?
Oh, come on. I have a childhood. Oh, yeah? I bet you don't know how to do this with the...
He said I have a childhood. No, but that's like
Your
a throwback to
Your
me.
childhood had PlayStation and Xbox. Shut up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I was poor, so we had GameCube and NES, so shut up.
Oh, and then Dreamcast.
GameCube.
Dreamcast.
GameCube is because we were spoiled. Then we got the PS2, and it was the greatest thing in the world.
A GameCube, man. You know what, man?
Jesus.
When I had a
Making
PlayStation
you feel
1,
young, aren't I,
PlayStation
Harry?
2. I had the first Xbox, but a GameCube. I kind of wanted a GameCube. That's Nintendo, right? Nintendo GameCube.
No, it's Game Boy.
Game Boy.
I think
Nintendo.
yeah.
I mean, Game Boy is Nintendo, bro.
Oh
yeah.
no,
That's right.
I forget how they advertise it.
Nintendo
but I
Game
don't
Boy.
think
Yeah,
it
that's
was.
right. I had the original Game Boy too,
I remember my original Game Boy. I had like 3 Game
like
Boys.
Kirby.
Well, we all had a Game Boy, but when my sister didn't play with hers anymore, it
You mean like
became
a
mine.
DS?
And then when my brother stopped playing with his, it became mine. So at one point I had like 3 Game Boys. Game Boys were the shit, man.
Yeah,
But
I love the DS.
back to the I don't even know where the hell how
Sorry.
we ended up talking about this shit.
Y'all were talking about
so basically with the
yeah.
upgrade, investing in the company obviously would be I see it's like one of your ventures basically, and
yeah.
and I'm seeing a lot of well, I did see that last year. In a lot of Instagram, you kind of have to filter like the guys that are bullshitting and the guys that are like legit trying to give you advice. Because there's a lot of ones that boast in there. It's like, oh, you should be a millionaire by 22. Like, no.
Yeah, like these guys trying to talk
No.
to next door to their next door audience.
Yeah. Hey, I got good traction on next door. Majority of my leads are on next door. So
No. Do you think that was a
like
good video, bro?
the guy was like, people that try to stay small, like no overhead costs, no investing in the company, stay small.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's like, go out and buy the truck, go out and wrap it, go out and get the nice button-up shirts. Like, invest in your company because it's the image of it, and it's hard to think like, oh man, I'm not really making money in the first few years. Obviously, you're breaking even, but investing on a dump trailer, like that was a lot. $8,000. That dump trailer is technically more expensive than my truck.
yeah,
You paid $8,000 for that thing, bro?
3 months of
7
this
and
man
change.
contemplating if he was going to buy that trailer every day, almost every day. At least brought it up once. It's like, do I need it?
Well, they didn't buy
Who
one
has-
from out here. They're like $6,000 or $5,000 out here.
No, they're not. Mine was almost $8,000 as well,
Yeah, his was almost $8,000 too.
and mine was
after
bigger
COVID,
than his.
dude.
Oh,
After
well, you
COVID,
guys
everything
got double
changed.
axles, huh?
Oh yeah,
You
I've
got
got
double
the tandem, and then I got the unibody. I wanted it like no seams on the bottom or anything.
Oh,
So-
okay. Well, yeah, they got the more basic ones over here for like $5,000 or
Yeah,
$6,000.
no, that I could have gone to PA, but like the expensive of travel and the time and gas it would have taken me to go to PA, it was either breaking even with just buying it right in Poughkeepsie. Like it was that much
just
easier.
saving a couple,
what I mean?
just saving a couple
Yeah,
$100.
like,
Yeah,
it's like
Yeah.
a 3-hour car ride each way to go pick up a
Mhm.
trailer
mhm.
to save maybe $500. Like I'm not really saving much.
Well,
If
The
even that,
aggravation-
yeah.
You're not saving. That's why we had that discussion.
Yeah, we had that
valuing your
discussion, right?
time, right? What would you lose on a job site if it took you an hour to go get it, right? If you charge, however much an hour, but you're trying to save 500, but you still lose 500 at the end of the day.
Yeah, well,
So-
you're losing a day. You're
Mhm.
losing a day's pay essentially. You have to take a full day to go pick this thing up. So that's a day's pay. You have to already in the negative. So that's another mindset that I had to adapt. That like time is
It's
your
like the-
most valuable asset. So
It's like the
whatever
bucket saver
decision we do.
conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So exactly. So like that was the whole thing that I had to adapt to is like your mindset of time. Like sometimes we're like, oh, but we could save a few bucks, but like, are you saving time? If it's not saving time, then the few bucks it's meaningless because that means it's costing you somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I ended up buying it locally, and it was an easy transaction. I mean, went picked it up. It's made its money back so thus far, thank God. Plus, it gives you more options. Like dump runs for local, gravel deliveries. I mean, there's so many other options other than just using it to dump my trash.
Oh yeah,
Even
for sure, man. For
even if
sure.
it didn't pay itself off, the satisfaction. So Harry, everybody here's gone to one of those bathrooms where everything's floated, cast iron, heavy as shit. You load it up right, and then you're like, fuck, I gotta go to the dump and load it again.
Mhm.
Nothing can describe when you sit there and you're just looking at the people hand load and you're like
You push the button, it's done.
it's like
It takes you
"Thunk," and you're like, yes,
Dude, it takes you longer to back that
About-
thing up
pulled a muscle
and
on my
open the
thumb.
gates. That's what I'm saying. It takes you longer to back up the trailer and open the gates than it is to dump the garbage out of it.
That's
Literally,
when
that
you look
takes
at
the
you
longest.
gotta look at the guys and be like, oh my god, it's so fucking hot out here.
Pull out a handkerchief, like oh, Jesus
Man.
Christ.
Yeah, pulled a muscle right here. But
No, it's totally worth it. And we had weird ideas, like Jeremiah was like, you should go to so because I have a local dump too, like for my personal trash. And he was like, you should roll up in there with like a small, like Stop and Shop garbage bag on the back and tilt it and then dump the garbage and then leave.
look at
to
the
flex
just
on
look at the
everybody.
employees.
I'm like, I can't do that to them. They're cool people.
Do they charge you by weight? You gotta pay the dump or no?
Yeah, it's a flat fee for the year. You get basically a sticker because I don't have personal garbage pickup for my house. I didn't opt for
Oh
that.
shit.
Look, every time you do this, they come up. See, watch this.
Yeah.
When it reads your thumb for some reason. So it's either you know Welsh. I'm sure you know the trash company Welsh that was in our area.
You talking
Like
to me?
waste management. Yeah, waste management, Welsh, all those
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's either hire them to pick up my trash for pretty much the same amount, but I would get one bin of trash and one bin of recycling. That's it. And they only pick up like twice a week. Or I pay the fee for my local dump and I dump 3 days a week and there's no limit. I can go there with a truck full of my own personal garbage and dump it. So it's worth it.
Yeah.
But it's not like what you guys have that you can back up and the trailers are there and you have to like manually throw them into the compactor and dump your cans on a different bin. It's still work, but
I love going to the dump out here, man. The dump out here when I first started, not when I first started my business, but when I first started working for the guy that I moved down here to work for, I had to go dump shit all the time, and there's always eagles at the dump. And one time, bro, it was like 6 or 7 bald head eagles, and then one brown eagle showed up, and that was the first time I was like, there's a more majestic bird than a bald-headed eagle out there, because they all took off when the brown eagle jumped on top of the damn the pile of
Trash
trash,
pile.
and I was like, holy shit, bro! Like
Hold on a
these
minute.
Chris,
motherfuckers,
No, I'm kidding.
they actually respect another bird, like.
seeing
But that was so
seeing the
dope.
sheer
So dope.
size of those things is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my
they're
god,
big.
When
bro!
they're up
Like,
high, they're small. You see them
big.
up close, they're scary, dude.
yeah, yeah.
We,
Like
I was,
bro, like there was one time where there was, like, you know how you've all heard the saying, like, you see an eagle, it's always flying alone, but at the dump they hang out in packs, bro. Like there was like 5 or 6 of them one time, and I'm recording this shit, and I'm like, yo, those are fucking eagles. Like I got a thing for birds. Like I love bird. Like I'm not a bird watcher or nothing like that, but like if I had a special power if I could choose a special power, I would choose to fly. Like, that would be my choice right there. Like I don't care about strength or being invisible or seeing through walls or any of that shit. I would like to be able to fly. So, um, seeing those birds, man.
Somehow
Huh?
Jeremiah seeing through walls would be appealing to him.
I know Jeremiah
No,
would choose.
I want to be psychic. with my personality and how I like to mess with people,
Seeing
I
through
wanna
walls
be
or seeing
psychic.
people's thoughts, same shit, bro.
Seeing through their forehead, same thing.
Nah, dude. So I gotta get it from my father-in-law. You met him, Jeremiah. He was eating lunch at Pelham in the Bronx, and a hawk came down and snatched the seagull
Hold on, a
right in
what?
front of him.
A
A
what?
hawk.
A hawk?
A
Hawk.
hawk.
See that, Harry? A hawk?
He said he came down and snatched him, and he took pictures of it. And he's
Took that
literally
W to
standing
heart.
there with the seagull, with his claws around the seagull, like choking it to death, staring at my in-law. Like he's literally killing this thing, and then he just took off and took it with him. He was like, "Yo, that was the
Crazy.
craziest thing I've ever seen." Right in the park, just
You don't
out of
see that.
nowhere.
Where you don't see that back home. Like out here, the first time I saw a hawk, I mean, I've seen like maybe 1 or 2 hawks back in Connecticut, but
Yeah,
you don't really see that shit, man. We see pigeons. That's all we see.
pigeons,
Yeah.
pigeons and
So
squirrels.
pigeons.
Around
Oh, it's squirrels, bro. Like I feel like my neighborhood is infested with squirrels, bro. Like they're all over the
Yeah.
place out here. There's more squirrels out here than I ever saw back home. Back home, I cared for them. Here, I'm just like, yo, these fucking squirrels gotta go.
Yeah,
man.
now
They're
you
too
know why
many.
people
careful.
shoot them with BB guns, because they eat everything.
Man, they're
The squirrels are a
there's
menace.
lot
It
of
was basically a
squirrels
modern rat.
No, we were
out here.
I was kayaking with a buddy going fishing, man. And this is going back to like the size of the eagle thing. People underestimate the size, right? And we're like, oh, look, an eagle's nest, right? So we're fishing and the fish are breaking water. And all of a sudden you just hear, like, you just hear wind
Oh,
moving.
shit.
All right. And then we look up and there's a huge fucking bird. And he's like going after, it was craziest thing ever. I wish I got a picture of it. Like going into the water to grab fish that are coming up. I was like, all right, let me not keep fish on the kayak before I get eaten. But
I
they're
should have
crazy.
land on that kayak and tip it over.
Yeah. Oh wait, Harry, have you seen like the turkey vultures and stuff around here? Those birds are huge. They don't
Oh,
play around too.
those birds are big as hell too, but man, like
We have
they're
those here.
not as big. They're not
Make
as
you grab
big as
your
those
dog.
eagles, boy.
when you're walking.
No, we get a lot of those over here because we get a lot of roadkill, especially on 22. You drove over here, so you know how it is. There's a lot of roadkill. So where I'm at, turkey, vultures, bears, they just come out, drag it, take it back in the woods.
No, we got at the dump, we have the turkey vultures and they sit there like that. They just stand up. And I'm like, is that a decoy or is that fake? And then it moves its head and then puts its wings down. I'm like, oh, okay, that's real. But
Trying to keep the pigeons away.
yeah, well, no, we've got in our area the wildlife commission. They have effigies. So what they do is they tie them up by their feet when they're dead and hang them upside down so they're spanned open, so it scares off other vultures. And they'll hang them from light poles.
Get the
That's
fuck out of here.
I'm
That is
dead
the
ass
most-
serious. It was freaky as
shit.
hell. I'm
Dude,
walking
that is
over
the
there. I was
most,
like, what cult? Like, what? Am I walking
That is the
into a
most
hex?
narco. That's like a narco trafficker hanging his
Yeah.
freaking competitor in the poles. Like, don't come in here, boy.
But
This is
well, they
my
hang them
hood.
upside down because their wingspan is what scares them, right? And the smell, because there's something about the hormones they that they give off. The smell is like intimidating. And I was like, yeah, it's also intimidating to the guys at the boat launch that just want to go fishing. Because we went fishing at night, bro. We went fishing at night. We're like, and of course the light pole light's broken. So we're like, what the fuck is that smell? And this is like the
damn.
summertime. It's been cooking.
Oh, ugh.
And then we
Man.
came back one day and the lights on. We're like, what the hell? We thought it got caught up in some fishing line. And then there's a sign that said we were put here by the Wildlife Commission. I was like, oh, okay, we're just psychopaths. Cool.
Oh, so we're the crazy ones to think that hanging birds upside down is normal.
Are we live on YouTube? Because this thing has just got the loop going still.
I'll be pissed off if we aren't.
This is where you beat the
I
hell.
turned it on when I first jumped
the
on. and
intern.
it's just-
Intern's about to
Channel?
catch an ass whooping.
No, we're live. Yeah, we're live.
Refresh
Um,
your thing, maybe.
Oh, I did have to refresh it. Son of a bitch.
But all right, so back on the topic of 2024, Harry, looks like you're reinvesting more than ever into your company.
Yeah, bro. That is my main goal. Not that I know now, not that I know more than I did last year, but it's just
Oh, we're still figuring the business thing out.
well, yeah, still figuring things out for sure, but just being more disciplined.
Mm.
That's basically where I'm at. And I mean, not for nothing, man. I've heard this so many times. When you start taking care of your health, it it uh it spills over
Changes
into other
everything.
aspects of your life, and it really has. Like I've been looking at my finances completely different. Um, you know, just just I'm tracking my calorie intake, and just doing that on a daily allows me to be more focused on like with other things in my life that I'm usually not as mindful as I have been since I don't know, it's been about a week, I'm sorry, about a month now since I've been like really taking my health serious and watching what I eat. And I mean, it's been a little bit more than that, but not to the level that I'm doing it now. So um
And
so
now this
yeah.
dude's looking at himself in the camera when he's putting up cabinets. He's like, Gaines?
So who that?
That was a gen. That wasn't staged too. That was a gen. And he's like,
That
oh
was a
shit.
genuine scared
But
the shit
that
out of
it
me. Who the
really
hell is
was,
that?
bro. Because if you see, so I was making, bro. That's funny that you brought that up because I was telling my girl, I'm like, I was getting ready to I wanted to make a reel about me installing the cabinets with those third arm or third hand tools that I got from
Yeah.
Amazon, and
You can't put
I'm
that on the
going through.
internet, Harry. Jesus, man. This is a family friendly show.
Using my third arm.
So, so no, so I'm
I just
doing that,
propped
and then
the
I
cabinet
found
up.
this. I
Sorry.
found the clip in the as I'm fast forwarding through the thing. Like I saw this clip, and I remember when it happened, but I didn't like. If you watch it, like I just went back to work, and I'm just like, bro, fuck, like what are you doing? But like when I watched it, I was like, you're such a fucking idiot, bro. Like what the hell's wrong with you, man? But it was genuine as hell, man. I was just like, oh shit, bro, things are working out for you. But yeah, no, man. I guess you could say that's another goal too, man. I want to be in the best shape of my life this year. I feel since I've been not only just eating better, but I've been working out steadily for about a good month. Every morning, well, apart from the time when the kids had their break and shit like that, I'm waking up 5 o'clock in the morning. I get into wrestling practice, go to the gym for an hour, and then I take the other one to school. So um, I've been doing that for about a month now, and my lower back pain is not where it was before. I literally pop out of bed, just ready to go. And even my girl realized that shit one day. She saw me fucking get up, and she was like, "Bro, like you just get out of bed, you don't stretch nothing, like you just." I'm like, I don't feel the same way I used to anymore. My lower back and everything's starting to feel a little better than it used to. Some places a lot better than they used to, but definitely trying to make it. That's definitely a goal, though. Like apart from the business shit, I want to be at the best. I want to be in the best shape of my life that I've ever been this year, and I think I'm on track for that. So as long as I stay disciplined and stay focused, that'll definitely happen. Maybe even before my fucking birthday in June. We'll see.
Okay. Your birthday's in June?
June 9th, man.
June 9th? Oh, I'm the 29th.
You old bastard.
Yeah, my brother's was the 23rd, and I got my whole family
Mine is
from my
June 5th.
dad's side is the month of June. I got
So
even
you
my girl.
understand it's either a family vacation or we celebrate birthdays. Which one is it?
Yeah, oh yeah, man,
We
for
do
sure,
one big
bro. Like,
birthday so we can go on a beach trip, all right?
I can count at least 10 people within my immediate family and three very good friends that have birthdays from June 1st all the way to the 15th.
Okay.
Crazy, crazy. Fucking bunch of crazy fucking Geminis.
Now, have you started messing with intermittent fasting?
No, I eat 3 meals a day. And I snack a little bit here and there and shit. But when I do choose to snack, I'm just trying to eat like nuts and shit and fucking like something that's gonna give me more protein than this fucking guy. This is written all over your face,
what
bro.
you do in your spare time, Harry? You should keep yourself.
I'm just trying to
the reason I'm asking is because like what I started doing because of my crazy lifestyle is breakfast and dinner only. That's all I eat. And what I mean by breakfast is like, for instance, 3 scrambled eggs, avocado, and a wrap. Like that's my breakfast, and a coffee.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
I won't eat till coffee. Then I wouldn't eat till then I don't eat till 5 o'clock. So that span of not eating, and then when I eat, that's the last meal I have until the next morning.
Yeah. Well,
and I do it because who wants to work with a full stomach? Number one.
Yeah, I'm
it's uncomfortable.
Yes. Yes. So for me, I've been noticing that now that I'm eating, because normally I'm not even going to get into that, but you guys know some of my bad habits that I had before. So normally I would just wake up, cup of coffee or 3 cups of coffee and be good to go. And now I wake up, now I do a protein shake in the morning, and then after the gym I have my real breakfast. But same thing, about two eggs with maybe some egg whites in the mix of that, just to kind of keep the calories low, because I try to like keep my morning calories between no more than 500 calories in the morning, because that way I can like really pig out when I get home from work. So but that morning breakfast, man, like it like as long as I stay occupied throughout the day, I'm not really getting hungry till about 4 or 5 o'clock anyway. So and that's like, if I'm going, like I usually feel it when I'm in my truck on the way home. That's when I start to kind of get hungry, and I'm like, all right, man, let's
you start to feel it in traffic, like I'm gonna eat someone's child if they don't move.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I do eat 3 meals because I work out pretty intense in the mornings. So I'm not doing some like light, moderate workouts. I'm like really fucking going hard in the gym. So I'm trying to make sure that I get enough protein to kind of not have to supplement with too much like protein shakes and shit like that. So and that's hard because like I feel like without eating so much, like there's only so much meat you can eat throughout the day. And I'm trying to like, it's for me, it's hard to figure out or to balance the meat and not get the fat. So it's like,
but you need fat.
Yeah, you do, but me, I'm trying to
those squirrels, man. That's pure. There's no fat on those squirrels. Actually, no. If you're in a residential area, there's some fat on there, but there's some pretty lean animals.
The reason I'm saying is because like that's another common misconception that has been brought up to us. Like, don't eat the fat. We all grew up like, oh, cut the fat off. But they've recently published a study that they looked at all the cardiac patients and had no link to the fat whatsoever. They didn't even have link to the cholesterol.
Yeah,
well, I didn't read that, but I heard the same. Thing.
Yeah, well, so it was like
a lot, right?
So it's the calorie intake that screws us, not
Adam.
Exactly.
Adam at Maple and Marble says, "Do you you do a full body vitamin like AG1?" Which it's funny you bring that up because that's the topic before here. Oh, that's right.
I do. Yeah, I so not AG1, but I Country Farm Fresh. They have their own, and the chocolate flavor makes the best fucking chocolate milk I have ever had. Like, it tops Nesquik chocolate milk. And like me being Puerto Rican, we grew up on that shit. Like there is no better chocolate milk than Nesquik. But this Country Farms Fresh, make sure you save this so I can make this into a fucking reel because I've tagged them before, and that shit makes the best chocolate milk I've ever had. Like I can make it with 1% milk. I can make it with oat milk, with soy milk. It's fucking bomb, bro. And or well,
Well,
there. I mean,
careful
the
with the
green one
soy.
is
I
good
was gonna
too.
say careful with the soy milk.
No, I don't like. That's like my girl drinks that shit more than I do.
Well,
And to
just
be
because it
honest,
lowers your testosterone.
yeah. I don't really. I like the oat milk, and I honestly, 1% milk has lower fat, lower calories than the oat milk that I drink. So, it's just fucking. But that powder, man, that chocolate powder is so good, man. Like I don't
I'll
even like mixing
definitely
it with my
try one.
protein shakes because I want to save it for
Oh,
like maybe at nighttime if I want to have like a little snack or something like that. I'll just make a cup of that chocolate milk. Oof, that's just so good.
see, I feel out of place. I'm just gonna go ahead and push my half gallon of whole milk to the back of the fridge.
right next to my ramen noodles.
I'll let it sit for a week, and it'll turn into skim milk.
Nah,
But
so that's the whole thing with me because I used to work with I still work with him. He's just in a
Why
different
is it my
shop.
chat?
this is the Instagram chat. It doesn't show up
The
on
Instagram chat, yeah.
Oh shit. Let me go get my other phone.
I'm
Hold on a
keeping
second.
us updated. All right.
Go ahead, I'm
Omar,
listening.
Omar, we went
Yeah,
through
no,
your
because
go
no,
ahead.
because I had a friend of mine who's a bodybuilder per se. I mean, the man is strong. You know, we were in a metal shop, and you know how they have that cylinder where they beat the metal on?
Yeah.
It's like a cylinder, right? So this man went over there and grabbed the bare hand and lifted and was like, "Where you want this?" It's like, dude, that's like almost 60 pounds of steel that you just picked up with bare hands. Like, okay, you're strong. And he was like, I don't like drinking protein because the body never processes it the right way. He's like, you better eat it. Find a way to eat protein, whether it's beans, eggs, lentils, chickpeas. I mean, there's so many other sources other than meats
Oh,
that
he's
you
one
can
of those
get your
farm
protein.
raised boys.
But he is, dude, he's huge. Like this man was benching like 500-600 pounds. He is just a big dude. But he would tell me, he's like, don't waste your time with proteins unless you're in a competition bodybuilding shape. He's like, other than that, just eat it. He's like, eat 4 or 5 eggs in the morning, and it's the equivalent of that protein shake, and it's easier to digest. You know, without having to, clear out an entire gym when you gotta actually freaking let one out.
So
Oh my god, bro. Things have not been worse in my life coming out of that and since never before have my farts smelled this fucking bad, bro.
It's
Like
a protein shake. It messes
tell
with
you
your
what, when I
stomach.
need
I'm
that
telling you.
squat rack though, I get it real quick.
Dude, it will clear a
Walk
gym
by, grab
out.
these weights.
I need all these machines here. Let me go ahead and let one go.
And that was the reason why I stopped taking protein shakes myself, because it was the stomach pain it would give me,
So the
and the
bloating, a lot of
gas,
people bloat.
a lot of bloating. It was like painful bloating. At one point, it was like it was counterproductive.
Are you
I couldn't
lactose
go
I
work
do
intolerant?
out.
I do I do
Slightly.
plant based protein
I
powder.
tried plant based. Same outcome. It's just like I guess
Yeah.
the way I process it, it just builds so much gas where you end up with gas pains. So I
Mm.
rather just eat 6 eggs that morning if I'm in
Bro, stop
lifting
putting
mode.
those farts in, man. You gotta let them go, bro.
I'd rather just cut my protein off of an animal.
Yeah, so it's either I get 6 eggs. Like if I'm lifting, if I'm actively working out, I'll go with
Mhm.
6 eggs and avocado for the fat, and a wrap just to have a little bit of energy, because you still need energy. You can't completely cut it out, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and then for protein in the afternoon, it'd be chicken, steak, like I said, lentils, beans, anything like that.
Yeah.
You'd be all right with rice, because I mean, what
Yeah.
bodybuilder doesn't eat rice?
Right, right. I've been eating a lot of cauliflower rice.
Oh, you
It's
just
man, listen,
whatever
bro.
Southern
It just
card you
goes.
gained while you were down here, you just lost it.
He done insult. Not only did he insult the South, he insulted the South, man. You go eat cauliflower. Show up to a Puerto Rican party with a plate of cauliflower. See what happens.
You'll get
No,
disowned.
I'm not gonna.
Niggas
I'm not
straight
gonna
up
bring that
stab you.
shit to. I'm not gonna bring that shit to no family
I want
gathering. But here
cauliflower,
at
mashed
home,
potatoes.
It's like, Mom, can you
cauliflower
heat up?
rice, man. I mean, to be honest, it ain't even fucking. It ain't even rice. It's just cauliflower chopped up.
Just
Like
shaped it.
but they
Oh,
no,
there's
they
no
don't even
way.
shape it. It's literally just chopped up in tiny little cubes. Like
No, you
it's
can also do quinoa rice if you wanted to go a healthier
Quinoa?
version.
You mean quinoa?
Quinoa, whatever the name
no,
is.
I hate
Quinoa.
that stuff. I don't like it.
No,
Nah. No, wait. I'm thinking
uh,
couscous. Couscous is what I'm thinking
You don't
about. My
like
bad.
couscous?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, hold on. Have you had like
No.
authentic couscous? Are we talking like instant couscous you had, or like
Man,
was
my
it made
girl
in
is
an oil
fucking.
pan? That's
My
what.
girl is Mediterranean as fuck.
Oh,
Yes, it's.
oh, I'm coming down there. What do you mean? I'm coming. Where you live?
My girl's part Greek. She's Greek, Hungarian, and Portuguese, but
Good
half
Lord.
more Greek than anything.
You
So
poor man.
Huh. I honestly wouldn't have got
Poor
that.
man.
But
That's even worse than the
Yeah,
Puerto
yeah.
Rican. Jesus Christ.
I know.
She's
I
definitely
know.
an angry one.
I had to
know.
make.
She's
I had to step.
she's
I had to
definitely
take it a
angry.
step. I had to take it a step up, man. I could. I could. I had to. I had to.
She's
I
like,
had
do I
to
want
outdo
peace
myself.
or do I want war? No, I want war. I want chaos.
Yeah.
All
Every
right.
day.
Well,
Oh, no.
so you got your recap, Harry, and your goals. Omar, give us a quick rundown on what your goals were for 2024.
Well, the goals for 24 is, again, definitely upgrade the truck, kind of like Harry, and also potentially try to build a crew to replace me. That's the goal. At least one guy, one installer, and get him a helper. That's like ultimately my goal. But, as you've seen, and Harry knows this too, in New York, you can hire somebody for a little bit, but they're all going to want to be the bosses. You could never have like an employee that lasts with you, no matter how good you pay them. They always end up wanting to be like the boss. It's a New York thing, I think. You know what I mean? It's just they always end up
Starting to
like
become
that.
the thing out here too.
I think that's
You
just
know
a
what I mean?
construction thing. People that are already in that mindset.
No, I find it more prevalent now. Like before, it was like people were okay, like working and being loyal to a company that would treat you right. You know what I mean? That would pay you well. But now it's like, 6 months, I'm a contractor now. You know what
That's
I mean?
all
Like,
those damn
I'm
motivational videos you post, bro. It's social media.
damn. If that's the end result,
Yeah.
I'm hurting myself. But that I can't find tile installers in my area are literally very limited. I mean, we did the
Mm.
Google research. We did, we looked at Yelp. There's really nobody around our area other than
Yeah.
me and another guy who can do decent tile work.
The top 10 installers in his area aren't even in his city. They're like 3 or 4 cities out. And like you go to my area and look up at Yelp, right? You pull up Durham, North Carolina. It's like just a big red glob that's accumulated.
Yeah, no, in my area, it's very scarce for tile because it's almost like Florida, right? Or like any kind of destination like that. Nobody's really interested in that kind of work over here. You know what I mean? It's New York. Like they're like, tile, whatever. Nobody wants to deal with it. Nobody has the patience for it. Especially, because tile takes patience. I don't
I
care.
also live in the middle of nowhere, so
That too. So, but yeah, no, if you find somebody that can install tile, I mean, you've seen the pictures. It's like Durarock, no waterproofing, no taping the seams. It's just the wild, wild west when it comes to that stuff, man. And trying to find somebody that wants to work. Like most people out here, like, I want to start off as a helper making $25 to $28 an hour. Like, really?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. The $28 an hour. Forget the tools. Am I able to leave you on a job site and me go hang out with my family while you build this bathroom? Because at 28,
Mm-hmm.
$28, $30 an hour, you're a lead guy. That's a beginner
Yeah.
lead guy income.
Fact.
If you're thinking New York City, that's different. Yeah, New York City, you can get $30 as a helper, sure, but that's the city.
Yeah,
you got to travel to the city.
Too many people out there for.
No, dude, that's what's happening in my area, and also New York now has the $15 an hour minimum income, which now everybody's like, I could either go flip burgers and get high, or come and destroy my body with you. So kind of kills the competition right there. I mean,
40.
I
Jesus
I
Christ.
posted, dude. I posted a ad, and it's kind of wild. I had 5 females respond and 1 dude. You know what I
For
mean?
what?
To work, 5 females were like, "I'll work with you." I'm like, I'm cool with it, but like, you
His
guys
wife,
are
the
from
hell you are.
No, it was because a lot of those people are from Middletown, Kingston. I'm like, you got like an hour and a half commute just to get to my job site, right? Like, no,
Hey,
it's not
some
worth it
people
for
need
you.
There's some
No, I get
people,
it. Listen,
the
I'll
work
give the
is not in their
chance.
hometowns.
No, I give it to somebody if they want to, but I gotta give them that warning ahead of time. Like, yo, you're gonna spend your income on gas just to get to the job site, but
Yeah, you're gonna spend
nobody's
half your
interested
week
in doing it.
driving.
Dude, when it snowed, I didn't see one kid aside from one kid. There was nobody out there cleaning snow. And I mean, you can make money hand over fist cleaning driveways when it snows up here because nobody, the regular guys.
Yeah, man.
And
Hell yeah.
I told my brother, I'm like, yo, I got 2 machines, 2 snow blowers. I got a trailer. Go. Literally, just go. Bring them back. Just make sure you don't break them, and then go.
He brought him
Make
back.
money. He brought back no gas, dirty, and that's how he left it at my house. I'm like, this dude.
And only
man.
what? You only did like 2 houses?
Yeah, he did 2 houses. He was like, I'm tired. I'm like, really, dude? That's it? I was
Man,
about to put up the ad. Nah.
the
But
wintertime, bro. I mean, this is your first snowstorm up there, though, right? Y'all ain't really. I mean,
I
granted,
wouldn't
you guys
even.
still
I
got
wouldn't
about
even
another two
call that
months.
I wouldn't even call that a storm, dude. Like 10 inches. Like that's.
Oh no, I seen people back in Connecticut talking about, man, like I was waiting for this because
10,
I got friends that plow and shit like that. So they were like,
10
man,
inches. That would
this
shut
is not
me and
enough.
us and South Carolina down, Harry. 10 inches of snow.
Absolutely, 10 inches, bro. Last
Bro,
time
10
it snowed
snowflakes
out
will
here
shut
was
down the state.
2018. 10 snowflakes. You ain't lying.
This
Last
ain't
time
sticking to
they
the
got
top.
like
Fuck, the
3 or 4
rain's doing
inches
something.
of snow, and they called it Snowmageddon.
Yeah.
Like, bruh,
Nah.
come on,
No,
man. But they don't.
dude.
But the thing is, out here, they don't even sell all wetted, all season tires. Like
Hmm.
you
Oh,
can't
they
even
doing
get
what?
them out here. So
Oh,
it's
we
like,
get all-terrain tires.
All terrain tires, but not all season
but
tires
not
like New
everybody's
York
driving
does.
a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, all terrain tires go on trucks, man. But
Bro,
you know, for these
we
little
got people
Mississippi
putting all-terrain
Corollas and
tires
shit.
on lifted Camrys and Crown Vics around here, all right? I don't want to hear that.
Oh my God! All right, yeah, North Charleston they do that too, but yeah, it's
Yeah, no, but that's the thing though. Like we've actually gotten the most amount of rain this year. Like, I mean, the amount we've gotten in rain is insane.
Now, see,
too bad
this
you
is where
can't
it's
plow
interesting.
rain.
This is where it's interesting because I noticed this with Omar. So the way we react to snow, Harry, is the way that they react to rain. So they had this big rainstorm, which damn near wiped out the town. Roads are going away. And when I was up there,
Literally.
he's like, "Oh yeah, this is about the same rainstorm that almost wiped out the city." And I was like, "Bro," I was like, "I can still see out my windshield. Y'all haven't experienced rain where it's raining so hard that your windshield is white, and the only thing you see is pink from the taillights in front of you that's diffusing onto the windshield."
Yeah, it
I'm like,
rains
this ain't
crazy out
nothing.
there, man.
No,
Yesterday we had a
we
mad tornado warnings. Actually, a couple
Oh
tornadoes
yeah,
ripped through out here.
it ripped my storm windows off my house. I just put 3 of
Oh
them back
shit!
on. I was sitting there
There's
in
a
the studio
fucking
and I just
18-wheeler overturned on the Ravenel Bridge. Damn.
yeah, no,
So,
the problem is that where I live is what would that be considered? Marshland? Right?
what is that
Oh
called?
really?
Yeah, he's kind of like the foothills, and he's in a lower portion of the foothills. So
Yeah.
like, rain, water obviously goes to the lowest point, and yeah,
Mm.
It's got nowhere to go. So the problem is it's got nowhere to go. So here,
and it looked like a landslide, Harry, and some people's driveways look like landslides. They were
gone.
gone.
Like gone.
Like
One house, the
their
foundation
temporary
was
repair
exposed.
was just concrete and crush and run. I forget what that road was, and it was the bumpiest road. But that's like they literally couldn't get the people that lived there couldn't leave their street, so they just put crush and run and poured concrete over it.
And you didn't get. I don't know if you drove it after they fixed it, but there's a house there that's literally like lower than the actual little stream, So when it rains, he has to park his Jeep plow in front of his house to divert the water away from his house. Otherwise, it'll wash his house away. And it's like, dude, it's
Wow.
bad. It got so bad that I remember when I went to see it, it was there was a crater that was, I want to say, 8 foot deep that washed away because of the water. People's driveways were gone. It was crazy, dude.
There was a small
Crazy.
bridge to a park that literally got shifted.
It shifted, yeah. It shifted off the.
Yeah,
it
they
shifted
like
off
condemned the park because
blacktop.
of it.
God damn.
Yep.
I was
it
like,
was
this
bad.
amount of rain did that? I was like, bro, like this is the
But we
nothing
also
for us. That's a
again,
normal
but we also
rainstorm.
have on the top of the hill we have a lake. So as soon as it rains and that lake fills up, it just spills all over the hills and going down. So there's no
Oh,
way of
shit.
getting around it.
See, we got big water reserves and big man-made lakes in our area, and they usually all control the water flow with the dams. So we've
No, we don't have. This is natural. We have what's called nuclear lake, where they used to do it. They used to actually have a nuclear.
it's
power
natural.
plant
We have
there.
this thing called nuclear lake. Like motherfucker.
nuclear. It was called nuclear lake because they built a nuclear power plant during Roosevelt time. Like secretly, it was there, and one day it's just like they packed up and left. They never. There was no rhyme or reason why. They just literally left. Like they took all the documents. The buildings are still there. You could actually go and like walk through them. People swim in that lake, and it's like
People swim in Chernobyl too, so I don't know what you're
I
talking
was
about.
like, yeah, like it's called nuclear lake. I don't think I'd be want to
Well-
live near it, let alone swim in it.
We've got Sharon Harris in North Carolina when they literally use the lake to cool the entire reactor, and you can just fish there freely. And it's actually a good spot to fish closer towards the plant because the water's warmer, so there's more fish there, and they like to spawn there because the
Well,
water temperature is higher.
Cooling.
I wouldn't eat anything.
Cooling I was gonna say cooling a reactor is one thing.
Well-
Physically dumping waste into the lake is a totally different thing.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what
we
that's
do that
what
to our
they were doing.
military
fish out
bases.
and ask people, can you identify what kind of fish this is?
It's got 3 eyes and it's glowing, but
It's glowing.
we make a joke, like the neon fish baits are called chartreuse. And we're like, oh look, it's a chartreuse bass.
Yeah, no, it's so we have all those problems here. Like, and then like
Guys,
my house,
the beard himself just joined the chat.
Who's that?
The beard
JP
itself.
Styles.
JP Styles.
JP Styles is here. Mr. Schluter rep.
I gotta pop. Oh yeah, Mr. Sluter rep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like a Schluter shirt, and you just see a beard, right? That's all. That should be his logo.
His beard is majestic. He trowels his tiles with that thing.
He brushes his beards with a
He doesn't use a
3/16.
trowel. He uses his chin.
with a 3/8 trowel. He just brushes his hair.
Oh, he used
V
the
notch for the
V-notch.
mustache.
He takes a little bit of his beard, like goes like this. He's like, all right, it's the right consistency.
But all right, so we got the goals for 2024 there. The reason why I want to do this because next year I want to be able to take the clips from everything we just said and then compare it. Right. So Harry, you said you were writing things down. I did the same thing. I always thought it was cheesy to like write your goals down or write your mission statement and whatnot.
Same.
But I've been writing everything down, and it's just like this is gonna happen. So I got my revenue that I want to make. This year I'm getting into real estate, getting into rental properties. I'm biting the bullet. Come hell or high water, I'm getting into it. I started putting.
I'm just getting into it.
Well, what I'm starting to do, like I have this spot over my desk, right? I see it every day. I'm gonna start putting stuff there, right? Updates. I'm gonna update my finances for the year, my revenue, because now I got my goals and I got everything in front of me, right? So every day I've got to look at it, and it's like, oh shit, I got to work on the rental properties, or oh shit, I got to work on, upgrading my website, advertising, content. I've got content on there because I'm inconsistent. So
That's
Yeah.
nicely put.
well, that's why I built the
Nicest way of
studio.
saying it.
So I see that room every day. So now I've got money in the studio. And now I've got a space to record. Because before it's like I don't have a good spot outside to record. Can't really record in my office. The lighting is not good. Now I don't have an excuse because now I have a dedicated, controlled, and lit space to do all this stuff. So trying to get to Harry's level. No.
I just want to look. My goal is to look in the mirror and be scared by my guns. That's my goal.
Yeah.
Look at
We're
these
scared of two different
pythons.
guns, Harry.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Is that me?
Look at those it's like, look at those pythons. God damn. I need to get a
I gotta
permit for
measure
these
them.
things.
I gotta see where I'm at.
Yeah, no, I gotta. That's also another goal for me. Is I finally want to build my spare master bathroom, build that closet that we talked about in my basement, and then build the actual gym because I have all the weights and stuff. I just never actually put it together, and I have the space.
Mm,
And then start working out because like going to the gym, yes, is nice if you have the time. I don't have
yeah,
the time. I can probably schedule a half hour of just like smacking the weights and that's it. But to add the drive time, to add all that stuff, then it's killing my workout.
yeah.
So I rather just try to get that fixed.
You
So
gotta you
that's the
gotta
goal.
get that home gym set up, man. Because to be honest, that's my preference to be able to work out from home. But I don't have workout equipment here. Like I don't own a single. I don't even. Well, I got. All right, sorry. I got the kettlebells here, but that's all I got. But even with kettlebells, bro,
Oh,
kettlebells
I have
is
the dumbbells up
He
until
has the
35.
setup. He just needs to organize it. That's all.
Yeah, organize it and just literally as soon as I have that half hour window, just go in there. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
then and with working out, I'm sure you can attest to this. You get so much into your head as to what you should do versus just doing. You're like, oh my God, it has to be this workout. It has to be that. It has to be this. And it's like, no, just fucking do it. Just literally go do push-ups. Start
So
somewhere.
one thing one thing that I have found super beneficial for me that I never really did before, but because I'm taking this shit to the level that I'm taking it now, I always struggled. Like in the beginning of 2023, I started working out, and my recovery time was like 2 or 3 days. If I went hard on chest, arms, whatever, like 2 or 3 days before I'm able to hit that muscle group again.
Were you
I'm
consistently working
drinking.
out at that time?
Was I what?
Were you consistently working out at that time, or was it like
I was trying
spread?
to, but I
Oh,
really couldn't get in there as much as I would like to because I felt like, God damn, I'm fucking like I feel like shit for the next 2 or 3 days. And
okay. So it was just all recovery. So after you recover, you're
yeah,
still consistently getting back in. Okay.
yeah, but compared to when I lifted like heavily in my early mid 20s, it was never like that. But now,
I
I
I know you didn't just say that. Wait, how old are you, Harry? It's like when I
well,
was
sorry,
half
it was
my
just
age,
I'm talking
I
about just a
recovered
couple.
twice as fast.
Yeah,
That's
fuck,
weird.
I'm 28. I'm 28. So yeah, just a couple years ago. Come on, man.
Your oldest is how old, Harry? I got questions.
Poor Harry. He's at the age where it's like, should I drink this beer? Because it's gonna take about 5 days to actually come back from
Oh
this.
man, I don't even drink no more, bro. Like I haven't touched a drink. My girl tried to get me to drink on New Year's Eve, and I fell asleep before the ball dropped. I don't even. I haven't touched a drink in a month and a half, maybe even more than that. But no, I've been drinking amino acids to which
Oh,
help you recover. And bro, like I'm literally able to, if I go in and let's say, for example, I do chest and arms on Monday, I can do chest and arms again on Wednesday. Like I don't have to, like
Mhm.
I can possibly even do it the following day because I'm not like my recovery time is not as long as it has been. So like just oh man, that to me that's major being able to like target muscle groups 3 times in 1 week like that is I mean when you're really trying to take the shit serious and you really want to see results as quickly as
yeah.
possible, things like that
There's a
matter a
science to it,
lot.
man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
there's a whole
absolutely.
there's a whole science to it. Like I said, I
And it's
got a
really
buddy of
all just
mine.
eating. It's not so much the
He's
working
he
out. It's
told
just
me, yeah, he told me he's like it's
Yeah.
90% eating, 10% working
yeah.
out,
Or was it
and
abs are
because
made in the kitchen? That was another
yeah,
one.
he literally he has like a scale, and he's like, I need this many grams of rice, this many grams of protein. He measures his food out.
Yeah, I bought a
So, but
food scale and all that shit, bro. I'm not fucking
like
around, man.
he is big. He's big, cut. He's come out in a couple shows and stuff, but he's huge. But
Yeah, man. It's
he keeps it simple though. He's like three. You know what does that call that? Macros. He's like you need a vegetable, a protein, and a carb. Don't make this
I don't
complicated.
even get
He's like that's it.
even even macros is too like I try to understand like the app that I use to
Yeah.
track
Oh
my
yeah.
calorie intake and shit like that. Like I try to like get into that, but
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's like
Just
ounces.
keep it
It's,
calories in,
keep it simple.
calories out, man. Just like keep track of how many calories you're eating and try not to eat as much as you're allowed every day. Like put
Right.
yourself in a caloric deficit, and that's as
Even
simple as that can as it can get if you just want to see results quickly. Like anything else other than that, man, like you're tracking macros and shit like that, unless you're
yeah,
training
no.
for a show
I
or an
say, unless
event
you're
or something
seriously
like that.
cutting, trying to get your
Right?
Yeah.
BMI
That's
that low.
yeah, that's not
No, well,
I don't
he
need
said it's simple. He was like, "Listen, whatever you're doing, cut the calories by 25. You'll be fine." He's like, "Just."
mm-hmm.
He's like, "You can
Mm-hmm.
eat protein and vegetables as much as you want. Fruit, same thing."
Yeah.
He's like, "Just calories,
Yeah.
cut it by 25." He's like, "Don't cut it by 50 because you're gonna feel like shit and you won't be
Yeah,
able to
yeah, yeah,
lift."
yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
25 is the key. He's like, "Keep it at that and just stay steady." He's like, "And wait a year before you look back."
Like the other
Yeah,
day,
and
I
the
was
good thing
smelling
about
my
eating
chicken and
healthy
rice, and that's all the nutrition I needed.
the
I
good
got
thing
me.
about eating healthy is that it doesn't matter what you eat. Like you
Yeah,
can eat it all as long as you just don't fucking stay away from eating, fruits,
It,
vegetables,
yeah,
and fucking so
it's
stay away
all
from
really the
junk.
just
processed stuff, like like sugars. Honestly, and I
Sugar is
saw
the
this,
worst.
like cutting out sodas,
it is.
cutting out, like you said, like the little like little Debbie snacks, cutting out stuff like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
for me, I mean, I don't, I by no means am eating healthy, but I'm also lazy, and when I'm lazy, I eat junk food. So aside from the ramen, like I don't have a microwave in my house because if I get a microwave, I will eat out of a microwave. Like it's
Oh my
like
god.
hot pockets. Like because the thing is, while I'm working, right? It's like I'm working. I need to get something done. Throw it in 2 minutes. I'm done. Now it takes me 30 minutes to
hmm
make a hot pocket in the oven. So it's like, all right, I can spend 30 minutes, or I can go, throw a pork chop or a piece of steak on the cast iron.
Actual meal.
Yeah, throw it together. It takes much less time. So and it forces me to eat better. I should say. I
Yeah.
should say quality. I shouldn't say healthier, more quality food.
Yeah, so that's
It's
the goals. I mean, hopefully, like I said, I just want to get back into it because you as you obviously get older, you start to see yourself get smaller and smaller if you don't maintain it. And
yeah, yeah,
getting it
yeah.
back is a lot harder now than it was.
hmm
Wasn't like, oh, you went to the gym 1 week and that was it. You were just hulking it out. Yeah, listen,
I'll go
don't
back to
worry.
my.
You'll be back. You'll be there in no time.
One thing
You'll
I can
be
say
there in
though is
no
that
time.
muscle memory is real. Like I always thought
It
that
is.
shit was like, but man, like I went the day I went to go pick up the amino acids. I had just got out the gym and obviously I had a fucking nice pump and shit like that. And I'm telling the guy, I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll go ahead and tell my fucking age. But I told the guy I was fucking 38 and I haven't worked out like this since I was like fucking mid 20s and whatnot. And he's like, "Well, you held on to it pretty well." I'm like, "Well, I just got out of the gym. It's not really the same." But he's like, "No, no, no. You held on to it pretty well." I'm like, "Well, I guess muscle memory is a thing because it's coming back rather quickly."
Stop.
Stop it.
Stop it.
As he's reaching for his wallet, he's like, "Stop it!
I don't know
Trying
what
to
you're
show-
talking
I
about.
don't know what you're talking
I've
about."
only been working out over there at that gym.
Pass me that one right there. That one. And you know what?
Talking
That's-
about me?
Speaking of that,
You.
it's Patrick Bet-David was saying this is a tactic that they use in business, which is they give you a positive compliment, but it's in a way that messes you up. And with the gym is the same way. Like when people start compliment you, it kind of derails your program. You start feeling some type of way. You get in your head and you start like not doing as hard as you used to. You're like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I don't have to lift this day, or I don't have to go as hard." And he was saying in business it's the same way. They'll come in and be like, "Oh, your company is doing great. You don't deserve this. You deserve better." And they screw with your mind in a certain way, but in a positive way, which is wild.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. He's a good guy to listen when it comes to business. It
Who did you
reminded
say?
me with the
Patrick who?
workout. Patrick Bet-David. He owns
Patrick
part of the
Bet-David.
Yankees. He
Hmm.
yeah, he's a good guy to listen, but he was like, yeah, there's a way to compliment someone but mess up their business at the same time. He's like, how do you
Man.
positively mess somebody up? He's like, well, you tell them like, oh, you're doing good. You don't deserve that deal. You deserve better. And right there, he made you not do that deal.
Yeah.
And it messes your mind. He's like, you got to be careful with those. Same thing with working out. They'd be like, oh, you're looking good, kid. You don't have to go hard. And you're like,
Fuck
yeah,
that.
you know what? You're right.
No, I'm coming
And
here
then-
What
with
are you
that
working
fucking
out for?
bullshit.
What do you know?
so
Well, you
it's
just gotta
you got
you gotta be laser focused, man.
just close your eyes and go for it. That's I think
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
secret with us. So, but yeah, man. So it's pretty good wrap up. I think
Yeah,
we
look at
should
him
cut
over
it.
there. He's like, oh, fucking.
Oh, it's kind of late now.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing. Look at this. I lost all of it. It's gone.
Oh man, I'm.
He's like, I'm a noodle.
Those are work muscles.
Hey, listen, I can still,
I'm
I
over
can
here
still
walking
carry
around
the
with Harry's
wife.
chopsticks. Like fucking.
If I can still squat the wife, I'm good. If
There
I
you
can't
go.
squat her, I have problems. In case of a burning fire, I gotta be able to carry her out, right?
I got
Just
packed.
look at her and be like, yeah,
packed
you've
with
been with
gun.
Jason. The house is burning. Just maybe may God be with you.
Save the kids.
But what
The
kids?
house is burning. That's why I stay on leg day because I got out quick.
I don't skip leg day for this reason. Oh my god. It's my moment to shine. Watch how fast I run.
Yeah, did you see the video of the guy with the avalanche is coming down? It's him and his family, and they're eating at some fucking restaurant near a big mountain.
Oh yeah, and he
Fucking
just
shit.
dipped on
yes.
his family.
Yo, that was crazy, bro. I'm
It's
like,
like,
oh
wow,
man,
and
yeah,
the divorce.
a
just started.
divorce right now.
I'm out. So later.
His wife knew the whole time. She was like, are we okay? And the
That's
little
like
boy,
the,
Daddy!
That's like the videos of like when the couple's getting mugged and the dude runs and like she just kind of looks at him. It's like, and there goes that relationship.
Yeah, that was it. That's where it ended.
Like
Yeah,
you
at
don't
that
got to
point,
be
they're
like,
like-
no, don't take the purse, but you could at least stay there, like put her behind you. My man was gone.
Yeah, he was
All
like,
right.
I'm out.
Wow.
Yeah, I made your
Wow.
choice. But so let's wrap it up,
Lord.
boys.
All
been a
right.
good
Yeah, let's do it. I think it's past 10 o'clock.
Well,
Shit.
Yep. Let's
Hell
keep
yeah.
those
2
goals in
hours.
mind for 2024. Move forward.
Yeah, I gotta write mine down. Shit.
Make these
For sure.
make this business prosper, guys.
Hell
You
yeah.
gonna do it?
All righty. So we'll go ahead and end
All
it
right,
now.
boys.